Hi friends, Domingo here. It's month 10. I said I wanted to do this for a year, month 10 of reading YouTube ads. And again, these are ads that are shown to me organically when I'm waiting to watch my YouTube video on guitar gear or cat videos or microphones or researching SUVs or what have you. And you're waiting for the ad to go by. And sometimes it's a cool ad, an ad that catches my ear or something that I think I'd like to read that. And so I'll pause it and I'll see if I can find the ad somewhere online. I'll transcribe it, type it out myself, and then I'll try reading it. Today I picked out two ads. And what's cool about these two ads is that I'm not going to use my normal voice, so to speak, my regular voice. I'm going to have some kind of affect or some kind of accent, as it were. I don't know if I've done this I did Cracker Barrel a couple of months ago. So, yeah, that was kind of a grand thing. But let's begin. The first one, Captain Crunch, be the captain. And as I post the script here, it says, here, let me make sure that's going to, yes. I post the script here and it begins with crunch into worlds of adventure. And I put a lot of R's in the word crunch because he kind of said crunch. So, and then worlds, he kind of put a lift. So I just underlined worlds of adventure. And then after that line, there's a cannon sound effect. Boom. So that tells me to just wait a little while before I go into my next line. With berry-tastic crunch flavors. Whoosh. Another sound effect. Set sail for classic golden barrels. Whoosh, another whoosh. By the way, classic golden barrels. Did you know that as you look at the Captain Crunch cereal, which I ate a lot of as a kid, did you know that this is actually a barrel shape? I never knew that. I never realized that that's keeping with the pirate captain ship nautical theme. That's a barrel shape. I didn't know that. So I'm learning all the time. Set sail for classic golden barrels. Whoosh. Or sail the peanut buttery crunch aisles. Snap, bowl lands, box crunch. So right after crunch aisles, there's crunch aisles. Snap, bowl lands, box crunch sound effects. Eat the crunch. Ooh, be the captain. So not captain, but captain. CAP''N. Crunch into worlds of adventure. With berry-tastic crunch flavors. Whoosh. Set sail for classic golden barrels. Whoosh. Or set sail, or sail for the peanut buttery crunch aisles. Snap, boom, jump. Eat the crunch, be the captain. So this is this is an animation feel, and it's grand. It's larger than life. It's cartoon because they're showing them the cartoon box going around and graphics, and so. When you're doing things like this, you kind of have to be larger than life, commit to the character. And I use the word grand, but maybe it's kind of not bombastic, but it's big. It's big sound and fun sounding. It's breakfast cereal, so it's fun. All right, I got my drink ready. Coffee. And again, I'll put my coffee right in front here so I don't have to reach out to the side. Crunch into worlds of adventure with berry-tastic crunch flavors. Set sail for classic golden barrels or sail the peanut buttery crunch aisles. Eat the crunch, be the captain. Let's do it a couple more times. Crunch into worlds of adventure. He was up here. Whoa, look at me. He's kind of up here. He's not, he's not down. It's higher. So I have to remember to stay up there. Crunch into worlds of adventure with berry-tastic crunch flavors. Set sail for classic golden barrels or sail the peanut buttery crunch aisles. Eat the crunch, be the captain. So be the captain, be the captain. Eat the crunch. Yeah, it's fun. Come on, eat your cereal. Eat the crunch, be the captain. This is fun. Here we go. Crunch, higher. Crunch into worlds of adventure with berry-tastic crunch flavors. Set sail for classic golden barrels or sail the peanut buttery crunch aisles. Eat the crunch, be the captain. like that. I feel good about that. I'm going to keep that. I'm not going to dig too much into it. I read this a couple times before I pushed record because I wanted to be ready. I felt like okay, I'll just be open with you. I felt like my last video I was kind of rushing through it, and maybe I didn't prepare as much as I should have. So I wanted to be my best. So I read this a couple times just to kind of get into character, and I feel good about that. Put that on T-shirt. I'm going to move on to my second one. McDonald's Quarter Pounder TV commercial entitled "Commit." Now, the person reading this ad, I've seen him before. I'm not super familiar with his work, but then I realized he's a popular actor from Scotland named Brian Cox, and he's doing the campaign for this McDonald's. He's doing the voiceover for this McDonald's campaign, and he sounds great. He played the guy who turned Jason Bourne into Jason Bourne in that movie. He played the guy who turned Hugh Jackman's character into Wolverine, if you've seen that movie. He's currently on HBO's Succession, that show. So you could excuse me. You can research him. His name is Brian Cox, and so he's got a sound that is a little less American. There's a little bit of an accent in there, and it's not a full-on Scottish accent. I thought it was a British accent at first. I can't really do a Scottish accent very well, and maybe my British accent isn't really that great, but I'm going to try and read this in a voice other than my own voice. I'm going to try and put a little un-American spin on it. So if you were to close your eyes and think, oh, this voice actor, this person reading isn't from America, it's got a little bit of an accent. Okay, it begins with, it says angelic music, and there's a 1 second lead in, and I put these notes for production on my end, so I know how much time to leave when I'm reading. And it begins with, when you order I'll read this normal for now. When you order a Quarter Pounder with cheese, you're committing your uninterrupted attention to a Quarter Pound of fresh beef. A little bit of a pause there. It's the world's best tasting do not disturb sign. And he didn't go, it's the world's best tasting. He didn't over-articulate the T's in that best tasting. He literally went, it's the world's best tasting. So watch out for this articulation stuff. I think sometimes as voice actors, we want to sound proper and erudite and correct. But sometimes, and I catch myself doing this too, so I put my hand up. Sometimes we over-articulate. It's the world's best tasting. And then people generally don't speak like that. So you hear that articulation and you get bumped, or I get bumped by it. He didn't lean into those T's in best tasting. It's the world's best tasting, B-E-S, best tasting, do not disturb sign. And then he sings the little jingle at the end there. And he almost kind of throws it away under his breath. Okay, let's try a couple of these, at least two. Again, a voice that is not my normal regular voice, so to speak, and a little less American. When you order a Quarter Pounder with cheese, you're committing your uninterrupted attention to a Quarter Pound of fresh beef. It's the world's best tasting do not disturb sign. I'm going to leave a little jingle for it later. Let's do it again. When you order a Quarter Pounder with cheese, you're committing your uninterrupted attention to a Quarter Pound. The word quarter felt weird. To a quarter, a little more W, qua. A little more coffee. And I do my little warm up because I want the bottom end of my range there. So my warm up as of recent. Whoa, Sherry, oh, oh, Sherry, hold on. Should have been go, here we go. And that helps me get my lower range back when I just throw my voice up there. When you order a Quarter Pounder with cheese, I want more cheese. A little more of that. Okay, I missed it. When you order a Quarter Pounder, When you order a quarter pounder with cheese, you're committing your uninterrupted attention to a quarter pound of fresh beef. It's the world's best tasting do not disturb sign. All right, this is already feeling good. I'm going to sip more coffee. I'm going to do my good luck warm-up. Whoa! I'm really getting confident with you guys. Just singing crazy. Okay, here we go. When you order a quarter. When you order a quarter pounder. When you order a quarter. When you order a quarter pounder with cheese, you're committing yourself. You're committing your I read the wrong word. Let's roll the script up a little higher. When you order a quarter pounder with cheese, you're committing your uninterrupted attention to a quarter pound of fresh beef. It's the world's best. Oh, the world. It's the hua. I put too much H. It's the whirl, and that bothered me. It's the world's best. There you go. Just edit that in. I haven't edited at all, so I'm going to stay true to that. When you order a quarter pounder with cheese, you're committing the word your, I've kind of, whoa, whoa. When you order a quarter pounder with cheese, you're committing your uninterrupted attention. The word, that's attention. When you order a quarter pounder with cheese, you're I want a little higher in the beginning. When you order, a little higher in the beginning. When you order a quarter pounder with cheese, you're committing your uninterrupted attention to a quarter pound of fresh beef. It's the world's best tasting. I did the teeth, best taste. I did the thing I was trying not to do. I get caught up in the okay. Chill out. Chill out, dude. When you order a quarter pounder with cheese, you're the word your, I fell on that. When you order a quarter pounder with cheese, you're committing your uninterrupted attention to a quarter pound of fresh beef. It's the world's best tasting do not disturb sign. I already feel like I can do it better. I always have something to drink. Where's my timing? I'm at 14 minutes. There you go. Let's keep going. When you order a quarter pounder with cheese, you're committing your uninterrupted attention to a quarter pound of fresh beef. It's the world's best tasting do not disturb sign. The B, do not disturb. I was so close to the end. Do not disturb sign. And again, in real life, I would edit this. I would put it together, but I want to try and get it straight through, consistent, without any edits. When you order a quarter... When you order a quarter pounder with cheese, you're committing your uninterrupted attention to a quarter pound of fresh beef. It's the world's best tasting do not disturb sign. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Yeah. All right, that's good. I like that. I'm going to keep that. Okay. All right. I was only going to do two, and I'm gonna keep it at that. I wanted to talk about a couple things, and I'll mention this briefly. So last month, and I have to be respectful and careful as I say this because up front, I'm not trying to be boastful. I'm not trying to brag. I just want to celebrate a couple things with you and show you an example of what is possible. Last month was my most successful month in voiceover. I could say ever, but that's kind of redundant. Ever. I make my living as a full-time musician. And I've been doing that for over 20 years. And I've been teaching as well. And of course, I do voiceover work. And I worked here in Chicago radio for almost 20 years. But there was a time when our radio station kind of went away. So that end of work kind of went away. And I was still teaching at Columbia College here in Chicago. But I missed doing voiceover work. So in 2016, I started freelancing, doing work on my own from my home. My own home studio, which I kind of built from scratch, which was just basically a spare bedroom and a microphone and not a lot of acoustic treatment. But that was 2016, and within 1 year, I matched my musician income. I was able. So here's what I make as a musician, and within 1 year of voiceover work, I matched it. Within 2 years, voiceover work, I surpassed it, and it's continued ever since. And so. Here we are. It's 2021, and the radio station is long gone. I don't teach at the college anymore, but I teach my own voiceover workshop, and I love doing that. Of course, I still do voiceover work with my own clients, and I'm reminded that back in 2016, I said to my wife, "I'm going to work from home," and I kind of said it jokingly. I wanted to. But that's what I strived for, and here I am, 2021. I'm working from home, and it's wonderful. And again, I don't mean to boast. I'm not trying to make this about me, but I want to show you what's possible. And it's not overnight, and it takes a while to build this. But I'm going to keep this thing going. Keep trying to do good work, trying to be a good person, trying to give back. This karmic cycle that I've got going on, I recognize that I'm fortunate, that I am blessed, however you want to look at it. I have gratitude, and I try and give back when I can. I try and be a cool person to work with and just a cool person in general. And there are people who will ask you for your help. Well, if you can, help them out. If you can. And then hopefully they pay forward, they pay it forward, and they help other people. But again, I just want to share with you that, my most successful month in voiceover last month. And then there's still the band work that I haven't gone back to the band yet. That's a different story. But the voiceover work continues, teaching continues, these YouTube video, reading YouTube ads continues with month 10. So stick at it. Keep working at hopefully, number one, you have to love it. You have to love the work that you're going to do. Otherwise, it doesn't come from the right place, and you just end up moving on to something else, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you are true to the work, if you genuinely love it, then the money will follow. Go for the work that you enjoy, that you love, and the money will follow. Now, I understand that we all have to pay our bills, and sometimes we do work that isn't necessarily feeding that creative spirit, and that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that. But stay connected to your creativity. Try and do something small for your career, and it doesn't matter if it's voiceover, whatever your career is. Every day, do something small for your career, and whether that means practicing, reading, practicing your actual craft, or maybe it means updating your website, or marketing, or networking with people, connecting. Anything to kind of help your business and your creativity. You can take classes. There are a ton of classes of, again, not even if you're not doing voiceover work, whatever your creative direction is, you can do something every day just to get better at that. And again, I'm not trying to preach. I'm a student just like anybody else. I will maintain this. I am a perpetual student. I will always be learning. I hope I'm still learning, because that means my mind is still seeing things. So always be learning, and do something for your career every day. And before you know it, time goes by, and you look back and you think, holy cow, I've achieved a lot. So hopefully those are words of encouragement. I've got 2 more months in this YouTube series. So again, this is month 10, and maybe I'll get to month 12 and I'll keep going. But I just wanted to spend a little more time with you, and I appreciate you hanging with me. And one more shot from camera B before we say goodbye. And thanks for your time. Hope you're doing well. See ya.